It's your favorite Shut Up and React. Thank you for clicking on this reaction. Alright. This is kind of sad. Gruesome and all that. But we gotta react to it. You feel me? It's 1090 Jake. And he rocking with us like we rocking with him. Let's get it. Hit the like button. Let's see what he got to say, man. Hope everybody having a wonderful 2022.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're gonna be speaking on an Illinois man that brutally murdered a police officer with their own gun. December 29th, 2021, the Bradley Police Department in Illinois responded to a Comfort Inn hotel after it was reported dogs were barking inside of an unoccupied vehicle in the parking lot.
Okay.
It was 9:56 p.m. when Police Sergeant Marlene Ritmanick and Officer Tyler Bailey arrived at the hotel.
Bailey looked like he just got out the academy. Like that day.
Vehicle's plates, it was registered to a woman named Zandria Harris, a known acquaintance to a convicted felon named Darius Sullivan. The officer met with the sergeant in the hotel lobby where he asked the employee if there were any rooms under the name Zandria.
They could tell all that just by running your license plate. Dead ass. They could tell all that. If you got any gun possessions, if you tussle with police, if you tussle with 12, if you beat women, they could tell all that just by clink, 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 clink. And then they can check, you know what I'm saying? We see this person. Who's her acquaintances? Okay, yep. All right, yeah. So you are with the company who you are like the company you keep, or you not like, but you know what I'm saying. Y'all know what the fuck I'm saying.
Harris or Darius Sullivan. A quick search found room 308 was booked by Sullivan, who had previously fled from the police after they tried to detain him on an outstanding warrant for battery. It was 10:13 when they knocked on the door of room 308. Initially, silence. No response and no movement could be heard inside of the room as officers waited roughly a minute before knocking again. This time, Officer Bailey announced it's the police department and asked Andrea to exit the room and address the complaint about the dog. She'd respond with a simple yes, saying she was coming. The officers would knock 3 more times over the span of several minutes, telling her to come out, and each time she'd reply, saying she's coming. After 14 minutes of failed attempts, Zandria opened the door just wide enough to squeeze her body through in an attempt to prevent officers from seeing Darius. They ordered her to stop blocking the doorway as Darius appeared with a 9mm handgun with a drum magazine. As Zandria began struggling with an officer, Darius raised his weapon, firing a round into Officer Bailey's head, who immediately collapsed.
Wow. These streets are on fire. And it seemed like the young kids, man, they don't care anymore. They don't care, it's sad, man. We lost a whole generation, man.
Darius then switched targets and shot Sergeant Ritmanick as she ran down the hallway dodging gunfire. An officer was on the ground leaking from the bullet in his head, the sergeant was running for her life, and Darius, who could have ran from the scene, made the decision to chase her down. His gun jammed as he attempted to murder her, so he pinned the sergeant against the door where he tried to unjam his gun with his right hand and mouth and disarm the sergeant with his left hand. As the two struggled, Zandria yelled out to Darius, telling him to cock the gun before joining in and disarming the sergeant. The two then stood over Sergeant Ritmanick, aiming down at her, as Zandria held the 9mm with the drum magazine and Darius held the sergeant's gun. Already shot once, she started begging, saying, "Just leave. You don't have to do this. Please just go. Please don't. Please don't." She was interrupted by Darius firing twice into her throat with her own weapon. Zandria handed Darius her car keys, saying, "You have to go." He'd run down the hotel stairs before leaving in her car as she ran back to the hotel room where she got her belongings and her 2 kids who were inside.
What? Her children were there? Yo.
Out of the room the whole time. Paramedics would arrive at the hotel finding 27-year-old Officer Bailey unresponsive and shot in the head. Further down the hallway, they'd find 49-year-old Sergeant Ritmanic excessively bleeding from 3 gunshots. Both were transported to the hospital where Sergeant Ritmanic died as Bailey was rushed into surgery. Darius Sullivan was arrested 11 hours later in Indiana, just across the state border as he walked out of a home. U.S. Marshals would place him in custody before transporting him to a nearby jail. And 7 hours after his arrest, Zandria Harris surrendered at the Bradley Police Department with her attorney by her side.
Now you stupid as fuck. You stupid. Now your kids, like, you just dumb. This is just dumb. Both of y'all just stupid. I want to slap, yo. For what? Because he had a warrant? Like,
25-year-old Darius Sullivan and 26-year-old Zandria Harris were both charged with first-degree murder and attempted murder as prosecutors highlighted Zandria's actions directly impacted Sergeant Ritmanic's death, as she not only tried to tell Darius how to unjam the weapon, she assisted in disarming the sergeant. 3 others were arrested in the case, including Darius's mother, after impeding the search for both suspects. While Illinois doesn't have a death penalty, prosecutors are asking the U.S. Attorney's Office to federally charge both suspects so they will face a federal death penalty. Darius has faced 43 charges in the past, with over 20 arrests since he was 19 years old. His girlfriend Zandria had only been in trouble for driving an unregistered and uninsured vehicle. And whether or not the two thought they were Bonnie and Clyde, they'll never see each other again and may face an additional murder charge if Officer Bailey doesn't recover.
The worst thing she got on her record is something driving, and she just threw her entire life away. Her kids are gone. She's about to do life, probably death. And she, like, yo, what's up with the people of the world today, man? Are we not thinking with our heads? Like, what's going on?
Now, in my humble Caucasian opinion, fuck the both of them.
Facts.
I can't come up with a reason why they should be let back into society for doing what they did. And it's not that they just killed a cop, but it was the willingness to kill over nothing. This dude was facing a battery, which even if it's a felony battery, I can't imagine that it's punishable by more than 5 years in prison. If it's a misdemeanor battery, you're talking about county jail time. So unless dude's just pussy and he's scared to hit a dorm, when you're really not facing anything serious, you shoot one in the fucking head, then you make the decision to chase down the other one, pin her against the wall, stand over her while she's begging, and shoot her with their own gun. And I'm honestly surprised that when he was arrested, they didn't try to say he tripped, fell, picked up a handgun, and then they just shot the shit out of him. You know what I mean? I'm surprised he's actually still breathing right now. And I know how the Florida Department of Corrections work. I'm not sure about Illinois. But if you kill a cop or a corrections officer or anybody with a fucking badge, you're going through it. Your entire bid, they hate you. Yep. Because you killed one of theirs. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it isn't just him. My opinion isn't just against him. The mother left her 2 fucking kids in a hotel room to look out of a doorway and see an officer leaking out of his fucking head, right? But he had to chase the sergeant down the hallway to grab her. The mother made the decision to leave her 2 kids behind looking at this man leaking life, run after the boyfriend, help him disarm the sergeant, held the gun down to her as he killed her. I can't come up with a reason why people like that should be let back into society.
They should.
And I'm not just forming this opinion off of an arrest. I met people in prison that I fucking knew you shouldn't be free. you shouldn't come home. Like the serial rapists that are inside of prison. Like the dudes that like gutting themselves and then cutting random fucking people. They shouldn't be let out. Back in the day, they probably wouldn't even be breathing. Now, I'm not sure the status of the 27...
Whoa. No Vlad. I don't know what the hell just happened. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let's back it up. There we go.
7-year-old officer that was shot in the head. I don't know if, he's on the verge of being brain dead. I don't know how damaged he's going to be from that shot. He most likely won't be able to work. I mean, the chances of making a full recovery off a headshot are very fucking slim, depending on where you get hit. If you get hit through the face, you might look a little ugly, but you're gonna be okay. But any contact with the brain swelling, bleeding, any of that shit, and you're not gonna be the same person.
Right.
Now, as far as the federal punishment, it just goes to show they are not fucking off about their police officers. And there's only been a few different types of cases where they'll actually trump the charges up in the federal court, usually with terrorist attacks, bank robberies, or even kidnappings. And they're gonna try to argue that he kidnapped her. Kidnapping can be as simple as restraining and moving somebody.
Right.
But in this case, I don't know if they can really make it a kidnapping. He chased her down, pinned her against the wall. I don't know if that's gonna count. It just goes to show they wanna fry him and they wanna fry his girlfriend because she literally helped disarm the police officer. And apparently this entire thing was filmed on body cam, and the body cam was played in court, and you could hear her begging for her life. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section, and if you can come up with a reason why somebody that does something like this should be let out of prison, let me know. Because I mean, if that's how you feel, I feel like they should live next to you, or even maybe with you. I wouldn't want them around me and my kid. I wouldn't want to be around anybody that's like that, because it just sounds like loose cannons that have no respect for life, for themselves, for fucking anything.
And this is the problem that I have.
It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with Charlie. Y'all rocking with me. Till next time.
And this is the problem that I have with these hood rat ass chicks, and having babies and shit. Because now, you know what I'm saying, I don't even know if that was the dad or not, but now the mom gone, the dad gone, you know what I'm saying, the father figure, now the kid's about to just be out here like that, right? They're just about to be out here like that. No guidance, no nothing. Foster care, probably getting touched on, molested, and all type of wild shit. And all from a fucked up decision that you made as a mother. You could have peeped out, said, oh, hell no, and closed the door. Or did something, got your kids, got the fuck up out of there, something. But you chose to help. You didn't care about your kids. You ain't care about your kids. The shit that Hassan be talking about, the worst place in the world is the womb of a hood rat, hood booger chick. That's the worst place in the world, man. Disgusting. I'm out, y'all. Peace.